Let's go. Let's do it. On the bright side, we've got one of the best backup games of all time to play here. Let's do it. After a couple Miku songs, of course. You know, you gotta throw the Miku in there every once in a while, because I still haven't gotten through all the songs on hard mode. You have to beat a song on hard mode in order to unlock being able to play it on extreme. Is it called? So I'm still working on it's a 251 song set list, so I'm still very slowly working on playing through every song on hard mode to then be able to start the game. All right. We've got Monaco in the Speedo here. We're in the Esoteric Ruins. If I recall right, this is a place on the world map that appeared to be optional. Nothing specific brought me here except for the fact that it's a place to go, and then this guy is like a spirit. So yeah, let's check this place out. Oh, hello. Wait a second. Is this, let's find out if I'm leaving right now, or if this is where I came in. I believe this is where we came in. Okay. So let's go the other way then, yeah? This looks familiar. This like angle coming down on the spirit there. And then here was the flag. And then all right. It's climbing time. And all right. So yeah, we're back from the weekend. Did I stream this weekend? I can't remember. I don't think I did. Because all day Saturday, I was, it's not exactly yellow paint, but it might as well be. The climbing sections are nothing, you know. It's the kind of climbing where you hit a button and the character basically does it all for you. I've been saying for a while, in this game, like my general thought or criticism about the climbing mechanic is that this right here is cool and unique. You know what I mean? Like this right here is cool and unique, and it makes you ask questions about the world, that they have these, right? This is cool. Every climbing point should be this. But for some reason, some of them are these dumb handholds that you just Uncharted climb up. Or not even Uncharted. It's like it's more like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know of exactly of a game to compare it to. Maybe like FF7 Remake had climbing points like this game has. I'm not sure though. All right, but here we go. We got one of these. Boom. Totally meant to do that. So yeah, for these we just gotta find the spots to shoot. And I'm guessing for this one they're gonna be maybe a little tougher to spot than the previous ones have been. This whole area is actually, I'll say traversal-wise, this does seem a little bit more complex than I'm used to.
Interesting.
All right. Getting over it is definitely a special game. I never played it, but, I mean, of course, like everybody, I have seen it. And I very much enjoyed what I saw of it. Okay, this does not look like one of the spots. But what happens if I shoot this?
through the maze.
Oh. Oh. Is this a real-ass puzzle? So. Oh, but this is not... Okay, so I can go in here. Okay. Underwear, it's a Speedo. Okay, if we shoot this, what happens? Ah, it locks us in. Okay. I shoot it again. It unlocks this. So what if I'm on this side and I shoot it? Okay. And now what does this do? That opened that. Okay, okay.
This place is giving me a headache.
Dude,
Me too. Where's the fighting?
I could not disagree more. I've been kind of waiting for puzzles like this in this game. I really like this. Okay, so what does this do? That just, it closes me in. Anything that closes me in like this, I gotta say, like, it makes me want to stand outside of it and shoot it. That's gotta be the right thing to do. Because, like, now, if we shoot this, does it still have the same effect? Okay, it does. So let's do the same thing here. Okay, and now let's shoot this. Okay, that opened this now. Ah, and now I can get through, yes. Okay, and now, so we want to get that. So what does this do? Oh no, we want to get this. Shoot that from here. Shoot that from here. Shoot this. So the only thing that I'll say negative about this puzzle is that I am just kind of guessing. I don't really know what the logic is here. I just know I'm just like farting around with the mechanics, you know what I mean? RPGs that have the best puzzles? I'd have to think about that. Because a lot of the time, I feel like a lot of them, it's sort of, yeah, I mean, Alundra's were definitely very good. Alundra had excellent puzzles. I think Golden Sun kind of stands out as having good puzzles. I remember Digital Devil Saga had good dungeon puzzles. Okay, what if I need to go back to this spot? Yeah, there we go. I mean, a lot of that was kind of...
The door closed again.
A lot of that was kind of just guess and check. Which isn't as good as it could be, but... I mean,
Stuff.
I still feel like I solved the puzzle. But yeah, I feel like Shin Megami Tensei games, like the later ones, in general, do a good job of having like some kind of fun dungeon puzzle stuff. Like Nocturne and Digital Devil Saga and Persona 5, I remember, had some cool dungeon stuff.
Useful?
Ooh. Several pieces of wood that do not fit together. So we got some kind of quest item there. Yeah, Alundra, like, if nothing else, Alundra has really cool packaging. Which I think is a working designs thing in general, you know. Working designs, from what I've seen, has very cool, like a lot of care put into the physical aspect of the game. But then Alundra also is just in general an awesome game. But I more consider Alundra to be in the same genre as like a Legend of Zelda. And I don't consider Legend of Zelda to be an RPG. And at the very least, it's not a JRPG. But yeah, I don't think it's an RPG. Right, just a action adventure. Okay, so that did not solve... I thought that one of these things was going to be over there. I think I see one right here. Am I nuts? Okay, so right now we're just kind of on a little scavenger hunt for these extra shooty spots. There's one. Got him. And there's the other one. Perfect. How do I rank the first 3 Resident Evils? I think it's 1, 2, 3. Like, I just love 1. I think the mansion is perfect.
Good stuff.
I like the Chris versus Jill playthrough. That was just a bunch of chromas, all I got from that. You know, I generally just really like how the combat mechanics work. I love everything about the first Resident Evil game. Now, 2 is like almost tied with it though. 2 is so good. You know, I really enjoy what they did with 2. I like the Leon A, Clair B versus Clair B, Leon A. I like the idea of it. However, I kind of feel like it's a little bloated. Like I don't know if I've ever actually even done Clair A, Leon B. Because it already feels like, you know, it's like you got to play through the game 4 times, you know, instead of 2. So I kind of feel like that's a little bit too much. And, you know, as I've said, and you all know what I'm going to say, I think that the Police Academy is a less interesting setting than the mansion. It's still a good setting, but it's less interesting. So yeah, so I like 1 more than 2 for those reasons. 3, I think, is a great game. I really like the puzzles in 3. I think that if something really stands out about how good 3 is, I think the puzzles were particularly good. And also, I generally enjoyed that it was a little bit more straightforward. It felt a little bit faster paced, 3 did. You know, it felt like a more fast-paced, straightforward game. I don't like that as much as the first 2, but I still like it for what it is. But for those reasons, I like 1 and 2 more. Or for that reason, I do like 1 and 2 more. So yeah, I think that they're all... Oh, hang on, what does he want? You yearn for what? It rings. Something beckons to me. You have it. It was this material. Okay, hang on. The wood board... Okay, so we found the wood boards. That's what he wanted? You do not see, I'm exposed. I have not the means to protect this frail core, so please give these to me. Yeah, dude. This is good. My duty renewed. I'm coming back to life. Hey. Nobody can touch me now. Oh, it was one of these guys. I thank you. My form is now complete and my duty restored along with it. All right, so you are a Nevron. As I said, I'm not familiar with this turn. For what reason do you call me Nevron? Well, I mean, so the real answer is you look like one. We haven't actually seen this guy kill humans or trap their chroma. So I feel like it's a little bit extra for us to accuse this guy of this. But hey, you know, it's the only answer they're giving me, so let's do it. I see. I am now defined by my duty. Fortunately, I don't think I am what you call a spirit anymore. I'm being defined as a Nevron feels right. Oh, so he wants to get... So, yeah, let's do it. We're gonna fight him now, because he wants it. We were like, you kill humans and take their chroma, and he was like, yeah, that sounds like me. Let's get him. All right, let's do, hang on, though. Are we gonna... It doesn't look like we're gonna get anything from him. So I don't even want Monaco out for this fight. But, I guess we'll do it. I think we just build up AP with him this turn. There we go. Okay. Okay. Boom, gradient counter, very nice.
Let's carve a path.
Okay, that didn't give me as much I expected that, oh, how do you tell? There's an icon on the enemy health bar if it is a thing that they'll give you. Or if there's yeah. They have like an icon. What happened? So we got Monaco, which is the guy in the middle, and he is like a blue mage, and he only learns his blue mage abilities if he's in the party when you kill the enemy that gives you the ability. So I feel like I'm forced to have him in my party, otherwise I lose out on his abilities. It's not exactly that, but that's how it kind of feels for now.
Cut him down.
All right. Get him. But yeah, so I want to still be using my health, but I feel like I kind of can't for now. All right, hit me with an Ice Lance. Slow him down. And now you can do the combo that gets powered up. Oh, dude, that's a lot of damage, though. All right, now we're going to give him a couple shots. Go in there for the hits. I think we do Light Holder now. Because it costs less AP.
It likes you.
Oh, I was too late.
Chroma is flowing.
Am I trying to 100% or something, getting all his abilities? I just want to get him, right? Yeah, I have no like grand idea of it. It's just simply, oh, you get abilities from enemies? Well, I better make sure he's in my party to get the abilities. Like, I don't know. I haven't thought about it any harder than that. I would like to do healing with her, but we kind of can't.
The fun begins.
All right, and now you know what? I think we're gonna do a couple heals with you. And then we do a regular hit, and then we do a follow-up. Oh, and he's still rank A now. Because... Oh, it's +2 AP. Oh, I'm dumb. All right, we got to do this.
cover.
I was super early. I don't remember this guy's moves very well. So give him a revive. Alright, and now what are we doing? So you're in heavy mode right now. We're gonna heal him anyway, so let's do Cultist Blood. Yeah!
My turn.
And now you, I think we need to do, like, give him a shot. Give him an attack. But then... do we heal?
Your existence ends now.
Yeah, Goat, after this game, I'm gonna play Dragon Quest VI. Alright, alright.
A storm is coming.
Now you... Man, I kind of think we just... You know what? I actually think everybody on the team should have the extra base combo and the extra base attack AP, because it makes it so that any time that I need to do a regular attack for AP, they get 4 instead of 1. Because it feels like such a waste to get 1 AP from a regular attack. If I do that with every party member, then every party member, both their base attack is going to do double damage and give them quad AP. I should probably do that. The only problem is that it's like 20 Lumina, I think, to do that. But, you know. Alright, what's your gradient attack? It's this one? Do it. Boom! Gradient. Oh, yeah!
The fun begins.
Okay, and now he goes again, and he's in Almighty mode. So we can do Cultist Slashes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah! Alright, alright. Fun
You
fight.
tricked us.
I knew it was a Nevron. Sure you did.
Lords of Shadow.
You just
Look,
wanted a fun fight, didn't you?
here's how I feel about Lords of Shadow.
Maybe.
I bet that Lords of Shadow is a competent game that is kind of fun. But now that I'm not streaming full time anymore, I don't think that it's worth I don't see it being worth the time. You know what I mean? All right, take me to camp real quick. Whoops. All right, let's look at this first and say, how many of these do we have? 11? So, I mean, I could give a bunch to Monaco to catch him up, and I'm going to. We got to catch him up. But yeah, I know what you mean. Okay. And yeah, as far as Breath of Fire goes, I mean, look, I gotta just be honest and say that while it looks like a game that I would enjoy if I played it, I don't see myself ever playing it. Just simply because I don't have enough time. You know what I mean? It's just not getting priority. She needs luck. For her stuff that, like, does extra hits. Do we start giving you some luck also? Nah. You're gonna get some agility now. You can get some might. You can get some of that and some of this. You can get some of this. Alright, alright. Given a poor prognosis. I'm just saying that you know what? You know what, Danger? That is what happened. And the prognosis is FF7 speedrunner. I've been diagnosed with FF speedrunosis. And the symptom is that I don't got any time to play any games. Go to sleep. Okay, okay. What are we doing next? And here's the deal also is all I've heard about Dragon Quest VII. Here's the deal. Dragon Quest 1 through 5 were so good that I highly expect to prioritize the Dragon Quest series in general. All I've heard about Dragon Quest VII is how long it is. And so I'm thinking that Dragon Quest VII, I might have to take a break from FF7 to get through Dragon Quest VII. You know, so that we can put a proper number of hours into it every day. You know what I mean? Because, like, this game, I'm only playing, like, 3 hours at a time. And I still think that progress is pretty good on it. We'll see how we feel about Dragon Quest VII when we get to that. Okay, so anyway, I think
acceleration.
I think it's time to wait. This is blocked? Oh, I have to go across. Can't I go across here or something and then get in this? Wait. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, hang on. I gotta remind myself of what's going on here. Also, have I fought these guys? I feel like I have. The game is best in smaller episodes. Dragon Quest VII? I mean, we'll see what the vibe is when I get into it. Here's the deal. I heard somebody say that it's long and grindy. However, I will say that, like, I've heard people say that a lot of games are long and grindy that actually kind of aren't. Yeah, 7 is on PS1. I've heard people say that a lot of games are long and grindy that aren't. However, on the flip side of that, to sit here and argue with myself, if there are JRPGs that are kind of grindy, it's Dragon Quest 1 and 2. And so, well, it's the Dragon Quest series in general. So I do believe it for 7. So this is the ruins I was just in. Alright, I'm just trying to figure out if there's any more spots that I can get to. It doesn't look like it, though. Yeah, it looks like I've explored everything, and it's time to go to Old Lumiere. So I'm excited about this. Is Mrs. Dash here, by the way? Because she's been interested in the story to this game. And so, just want to see if she's here before we start the next story bit. Have I tried Chained Echoes yet? No.
Nice.
But that game looks really cool. Like, I think Chained Echoes looks awesome. And I would love to play it. But yeah, and that's why I say, it's like, that's why Breath of Fire is just just realistically, I'll never play it. Because there's too many other games that are higher on my priority list that I'm also not going to get to, right? All right, let's go. Okay, I didn't get a response from Mrs. Dash, so I'm gonna text her real quick. Next story bit in Expedition 33 is happening. Smiley face. Okay, okay. Nice. Oh, also, just random side bit. I probably shouldn't.
Welcome, my friends, to Old Lumiere.
Alright, here we go. We just
anyone
arrived
still
in Old Lumiere.
Just Nevron's.
So this is where our piece of Lumiere used to be. Before the fracture ripped apart the world and threw us into the sea.
We're lucky it did. That's probably the only reason we survived.
The heart of the paintress is in the center. Let's go.
The heart of the paintress. So, it's something about we can't just fight the paintress, we have to kill her heart first. Merchant? Place is an absolute wreck, but it's also pretty wicked. Alright, ooh, Revive Tint Shard? New Picto? Oh, that's right, I also got another new Picto that I need to equip. Another new Picto? Okay, 10,000 for this recode is starting to look a little steep. But you know what? I'll take it. And then we're gonna fight the merchant. Yeah, you hop in there. You're my soloer.
Let's spill some ink.
Let's go.
Finesse and
Except honestly,
precision.
Verso might be a better soloer now. Oh, never mind. We broke him in one hit, dude. We broke him in one hit. Boom. I haven't used one yet either. Alright. Brilliant fight, and that allowed me to purchase this thing. For 13,000? Dude, this is all my money. And it's a weapon for Ciel? Alright, you know what? It's all my money, but I like to just have things. What can I say? I like having things. Alright, but this all did just remind me. We need to learn new things. Healing counter. Longer powerful. Protecting heal. All right, is that all three? And then I'm putting her back in the party. All right. But so one thing about this game in particular that is like interesting, but also makes me not worry too much about like stats and exact Lumina builds and stuff, is that as long as you can parry everything, your stat build probably doesn't matter that much. You know what I mean? Or like as long as you have a good like skill rotation and you can parry everything.
or need a way forward?
The heart is in the center of the city. All right? Show off a bit, Minoko.
Just admit you can't do it yourself.
Now, Minoko!
Well, shit.
Minoko! Why the hell did you...
Sorry, I fucked up. I just wanted to show off.
We just have to regroup. The others should be fine. Verso said the heart is in the center of Old Lumiere, right?
Right. Okay, Minoko. Stop crying. We have to move.
Yes, sorry.
Split party? Hey, all right. I like when RPGs do this. We're like, okay, it's time to use this group now. So real quick, let's make sure that I have everything set up right. First of all, you are learning our Pictos, and you are learning our Pictos, so that's actually perfect. Unless they're gonna... Sometimes they do this, though, and then they kind of pussy out by never making me actually do a fight with this party. You know what I'm talking about? Can she go Ice Element, and then... Let's see what all these do. Recover health when Foretell is applied. Consume a Moon Charge on turn start. To recover 20% of each ally's health. That's interesting. So she becomes like a party regen? That's pretty cool. Whoops. Killing an enemy with Foretell applies its Foretell to another random enemy. Gotcha. Sun skills are always apply 10 Foretell, but all damage taken is doubled. Free aim shots can consume a Foretell to deal more damage. Base attack applies 3 Foretell. I like this. I'm gonna try it. Okay. They're fucked? See, that's what I'm saying, though, about this game that I love, MR. Is that, no, they're not fucked, because all they have to do is learn to parry.
Friends, I beg your forgiveness for landing us in this quagmire.
It's okay, Minoko. Let's move on, shall we?
Alright, alright. Oh, yeah, here we go. We got dudes to fight. Okay, so dudes to fight over there, dudes to fight over here. Let's get them.
A storm is coming.
Alright, you are gonna start out with... Maybe I should put Wildfire back on her, since we're fighting multiple enemies.
Shatter.
And then I gotta just learn to play her. Alright. You can do some... See, he doesn't start out with enough, Oh, remember that thing I said I was gonna do? I should do that. Oh, I pressed regular parry before I saw the gradient effect. Boom. Man, that's flashy. Alright, and then I'll say, why don't we just revive him?
Get up!
Shit. I should give him some health and
I'll do it.
defense. Okay, that attack is different. Gotcha, gotcha.
Forward.
All right, elixir me, and then, yeah, we'll figure out Monaco. And yeah, Ciel seems really neat, but I don't know how to use her yet. But this is what I needed to kind of figure it out, you know? Whoa. That's a huge power difference. Parries increase the bestial wheel by 1. Taking damage resets it. Upgraded skills deal 30% more damage? Damn, I mean, this is a hell of a thing. And, you know, I'll also... Look. We had our fun with the Speedo. Okay, and that's what was down here, was just that weapon for him. Awesome. What makes a skill upgraded? I'm guessing it's when you're on the wheel portion for it. You know what I mean? Which is sort of a mechanic with every character, you know? Like, Lune's skills are upgraded if you have the right stains. Verso's skills are upgraded if you're the right rank.
Do me in.
So, like...
Here's your card.
Yeah, so like right now, his heal skill would be upgraded because we're in the caster state.
Your turn to shine.
I pressed the wrong button, dude. Oh. Okay. Alright. Hey, look, I'm figuring shit out. Regen. Yeah, big time.
Permit me to help.
There we go. Regen and heal. And now... you can immolate it.
Feel the burn.
Okay.
So you have a sun charge, which means this will give us a moon charge and deal more damage.
I saw your future.
Real energized.
And now you are agile, so we can do like... I gotta figure out what moves to actually use with him.
I'm ready.
Look out.
Oh, really?
A storm is coming.
Oh, by the way, the icon I was talking about, Danger, if you're still here, it's on top of their health bar on the left side right there. That's the icon. That means this enemy will give Monaco a skill. Is that what it is? It's his face? I guess. I mean, yeah, it's gotta be. It's so tiny though. I couldn't even tell.
Earth, rise.
Let's play.
Okay, so she had a moon charge, I think.
Here's your card.
But I guess she doesn't have a moon charge because she's got Twilight instead. Okay, good break. All right. Now, what am I doing? I really need to look at his abilities because I do not know how to use this character. So right now, he starts out in Caster Mask. So I need a Caster ability for him. I don't think he starts with 4 AP, though. But we'll see how it works. So I'll put that over the heal. He doesn't really need the heal. And then the cultist stuff I'm not super into either. So we can try like the Hexka Crush instead. And this. And okay, I'll see how this works. And now this was that main way to go, yes.
How exactly did our piece of Lumiere end up on an island when the rest of the city is here?
One of the great mysteries. I wish we had more time. There's so much to study here.
Alright. We got a secret spot here. Just some chroma. You know what?
Oh, lovely.
With how little money I have after that last merchant, I'm happy to find a big spot of chroma. Okay. The big light swords, I mean, these are very Elden Ringy, I feel like. The big golden magic swords. It also kind of reminds me, though, of,
Feel the burn.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Wasn't there a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card that was like Swords of Revealing Light or something?
My, what lovely feet.
Alright. So now we can start out. We do have 4 AP at the start. So we can, Ooh, we can do that move. Yo, that's strong.
Oh, really?
Okay. Damn, big counter. Let's just do a revive.
Okay.
I don't know if revives are needed on random battles, though.
I'm ready.
Alright, go get him. A little bit like Punch-Out. I can see it. Just like the subtle differences in their tells, the little fake-outs. You gotta see, oh, are they hitting me with their left hand or their right hand? And then are they forehanding it or backhanding it, you know? And like every one of those things, you gotta memorize a different timing.
So, Minoko.
And expect the rest
What
of the
was life
combo to be
like
different.
before the
Totally,
fracture?
I see what you're saying.
The world was smaller and cozier, livelier.
Did they
There
wink
were
first?
many more of us
Exactly.
Jestrels back then. The fracture tore our villages apart. Only a fraction of a fraction survived. Our forests are filled with Jestrels awaiting rebirth.
Alright, I got a new one for you, buddy. Oh, he's got all of his learned? Why don't we just switch this to whatever new one we got. Times hint. There we go. Sweet. Gives him a bunch of health and defense, which he needs. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, no, that's good. Jump down here. Oh, yeah, dude, that's exciting. It's exciting to, you know, that there's good boss fights. We all love good boss fights, but also it's nice to hear people are looking forward to something that I'm streaming, you know what I mean? That's always a good feeling as well. Which is why I need to get to Dragon Quest VI, because people have been asking for that forever. Get him! Oh, I missed the, I ran too far. Oh, man,
Today.
Dude, I gotta, fucking put Wildfire on, Lune.
Energized.
So that puts him in... Oh, no, okay. You just immolate.
Feel the burn.
No, never.
Okay, so you're a bit messed up right now, but it'll be fine. Oh, okay.
Your turn to dance.
Got it.
Okay.
See, I'm a fast learner. You now. Big attack this guy. Oh, yeah. And then just finish him off. Boom. Okay,
Well, that will help.
learned a bunch of shit there, and then we also... What was the other thing I was thinking? Okay, first, go in here. Ice Lance, become Wildfire. Then, we're gonna go... You... Pick those... what did... No, we didn't just get a new one. Okay. Then... At some point, I need to look at Ciel's abilities in the skill tree for learning. And, like, learn some new shit. Whoa! Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Taco, thank you for the 33 months. How about that? Subbing just to get rid of ads? I mean, if it's just to get rid of ads, am I the only Twitch channel you watch? Because Twitch Turbo is the price of, like, is like less than the price of 2 subs, isn't it? Or maybe it is the price of 2 subs? I don't know. And that gets you no ads on the whole damn website. Yeah, I'm selling you on not giving me money, but I'm just, you know. I'm just saying, it might be better for you. All right. I have heard, though, that maybe if I talk about politics more, then they'll stop putting ads on my channel. I have nothing but time, I suppose, to sit and think. Are you trapped in the Gommage? These days, I'm just a man who sits and thinks. When she was young, she'd get sad thinking about mortality. But when I asked her about her sadness, her answer surprised me. You're talking about the paintress? She paints. She wasn't scared of death itself. She was sad because there are more works of art than she'd be able to deliver to, she'd be able to see in her lifetime. So many fables from around the world. Dude, I keep thinking that my hoodie down here is a cat looking up at me ready to jump up on the chair. So many fables from around the world that she'd never be able to collect to bring life in her workshop. All the beauty in the world she'd never get to experience. That saddened her. I encouraged them to believe that their dreams are within their grasp, but she proved me a liar. She did love to challenge me. Of all of them, she and I are the most alike. All of them. It's important to remember the ones we love, to keep them alive in our minds when they're far away, far, far away. Are you originally from Old Lumiere? I paint them so that I can remember them, remember their faces. The man has gone silent. I'm pro or anti this thing? Or am I? Am I pro or anti this thing? Both! Isn't what terrible for Twitch's business? If everybody had Turbo? I don't think so. I don't know, though. I mean, if every motherfucker on... I can't imagine that they lose money from a Turbo user. It probably depends on how much content that user watches. Yo, Alex, I am in Old Lumiere. You know, it probably depends on how... Like, let's say everybody on Twitch, let's say every Twitch user had Twitch Turbo, right? I would think that they would overall be making money hand over fist. Because most users don't watch enough per day to cost them money at that point. You know what I mean? Most of it, users, it's going to be a free paycheck. I wonder how much you'd have to watch in order to start costing them money.
Oh, yeah.
Let's bring him a gift. I was surprised you agreed so readily to Verso's plans.
He seems to be our best bet for now. We lack too much information.
Do you trust him?
I trust that he wants to reach the Paintress, so for now, our interests are aligned.
He has been helpful. Still, I have this feeling he's hiding something.
Minoko, how did you meet Verso?
Now we're getting to the real questions.
I don't really remember. I feel like I've always known Verso.
You mentioned traveling with other expeditions.
Quite a few.
How many? What happened to them?
These are the questions we need to be asking right away. Thank you.
What happened to them?
Maybe ask Verso when we find him.
No,
Yeah,
just...
Okay. Finding them comes first. Any idea what this is?
I'm afraid not. This is my first time here as well.
Yeah, dude, I mean, I really like Gustav.
58. They were the ones that Verso was traveling with.
I believe so. They made it surprisingly far. An axon. Interesting. Verso is... Is this true?
Mael's with him.
We need to go. Now!
Verso would never harm her.
Okay, okay. Do streamers still get money as if ads had played if a user has Turbo? So I'm actually not sure. I think the answer is yes. I know the answer is yes for YouTube Premium, and I can only imagine it is for Twitch Turbo.
Minoko gets a bit carried away sometimes.
My back hurts, but I'm fine.
Good. The others are probably heading towards the center of the city. We'll rejoin them there.
Feels like home.
Yeah. Feels like home. You okay?
But yeah, I'm
Nico
liking this.
fits well in the disaster expedition.
They're planting a seed of distrust for Verso in the player.
After you.
And a little lingering shot like that, you know? Yeah, I mean, see what they're doing, you know? They're giving us
Speaking of home,
some
where do you
distrust.
live in Lumiere?
Above a bakery near the center.
And this is the kind of party dynamic that's
Angelique's
interesting,
Boulangerie.
you know?
I ate that every morning. I wonder if it's still there.
It's called Mathilde's now. When this is over, you should go and visit.
I very much like in a
Nice.
cast of characters in an RPG, I really like when there's tension between them and they have different ideas from each other. Maybe a little bit of distrust here and there, right? I think it's so much more like dynamic and interesting than just like 4 characters who agree about everything all the time. And once again, you know what's a perfect example? You know it's a perfect example of a game that does just that? You know it. Final Fantasy 13. The game that deserves a fucking apology from everybody. All right, hang on. Let's do a little bit of what do we got here? Oh no, it's the other crew. This is very funny. It's not a problem. It's just very funny. Someone on the other crew leveled up, and so now I have this this like sparkle next to upgrade attributes that I can't get rid of. That's funny. Yeah, dude, Final Fantasy 13. Game deserves a fucking apology from many, many people. Because boy, oh boy, does it do a lot of things right. And is it just a overall excellent game that got shit on for no good reason. Fucking dogpiled on by a bunch of people who never played it and only watched a YouTube review of it. Or, and this is the case with me, did actually play it but was too young and stupid to appreciate it at the time. And then when I replayed it as an adult, whew, so good. This game reminds me of Final Fantasy 13 in a lot of ways. Not in the combat system, right? But like in like the storytelling, and the character dynamics, and the like somewhat linearity of it. I mean, this game does have the world map and optional places to go, which is better than 13. But you know. All right, Fencer's Fury, baby. Boom.
Miter.
Oh, right, he gets to play again. I forgot. This game makes it look like dog shit. Look. This game's got a better battle system, that's for sure. And I like that this game has a world map and there's like optional stuff to find, right? And like you get the vehicle that unlocks different areas. I love all that. All that this game does better. But
I never said there was treasure.
all I'm saying is that this game reminds me of a lot of things that Final Fantasy 13 also does right. And I'm not saying FF13 is better than this game. I'm just saying that for all of the praise that this game is getting, a lot of that praise is also FF13 is also deserving of the same praise.
Melanie, 5th of February.
What's this?
The
Fracture
Brigadiers are
Survivor.
overdue from their mission to the monolith, and we've lost half our remaining fighting strength to these creatures and their relentless assault. All adults have taken up arms, but I'm a bookkeeper. What am I supposed to do? Count them before they slaughter us? We've hidden the children. At least they're warm and dry in the cellars, but rations are running low. Things are calmer now at the hospital, but that's because most die before we can get to them. I guess I'm living out of pure stubbornness at this point. Survival isn't really survival anymore. Everyone's so quiet lately. Afraid we'll draw attention. Sometimes I talk to myself just to hear another human voice. Trevor, you promised I could die before you. You promised.
Yo, Kato. All right, this lady doesn't know how to parry. All right, all right. Let's go. But you guys know what I'm saying. I'm just saying a lot of praise, like I'm hearing people praise this game. And there are just a lot of elements of this game that the same praise could be applied to FF13. But nobody remembers because no one actually played it. No, that's not really what I mean. I believe you. All right, get him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Oh, you know what? I don't actually remember what, I don't actually remember what treasure I got from that other spot. Nice. I think it was just a color of Lumina, though. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think FF13 was a victim of expectations. Because the thing is, like, ever since Final Fantasy XII, I feel like people have been wanting them to have another turn-based game, you know? Or after since 11, I should say, because 11 was an MMO, right? And then 12 was not turn-based, and like people were like, okay, so you did your MMO, and then you did your single-player MMO. You know, are we gonna get back to a turn-based one now? And then 13, I mean, what I remember overwhelmingly everybody said about it was that it was super linear, which it is, and that's especially true after playing 12, because 12 is like the most open Final Fantasy, you know, like the way that the world is connected in 12 and the way that you actually like navigate the world, it's so adventurous, you know, like 12 feels more like an adventure than like any other one. And so going from that
cut through the flames
to, you know, Final Hallway 13. Definitely. Ooh. Did I rest at the flag? Oh.
We're a pretty good team.
It's funny she should say that after having done all the work. No, yeah, he died, Mael. Don't you remember? You did all the work in that fight. He just died.
Putain. Where did he go?
If I were her, I wouldn't move. I would not move forward. I'd be like, where are you? And I would fucking stay put. I mean, what if he's just taking a shit?
I need to find Lune and Ciel, quickly.
Yeah, so 13-2 I fell off because I thought that the time travel mechanic, I felt like I had zero, like, direction or interest in where to go. You know? I think the story of 13 was perfectly fine. The story of 13-2, though, was like... I don't know, man. When like I don't know how to explain it, but when the interface came up of like different time periods and locations in that time, and it's like, here's the interface of like, what node do you want to go to? And if you do everything right or something, it like, then it like advances, but you can press a button to like go back in time to redo it if you want. When that system was introduced to me, that was the moment really where I was just like, fuck this, I think I hate this, right? But I tried to go on a little bit further, but I couldn't do it, man. Like, just that presentation of this is what the game is going to be, not into it, not interested. And yeah, like a lot of the time that kind of time travel writing does just kind of feel like, you know, this is just a premise for us to be able to do whatever we want, whenever we want, and we don't need to explain it. Alright, so we're solo now? That's fine, I'm used to fighting solo with her. Get him. Easy. This was originally going to be time travel themed. I was, you know, the whole like broken apart floating shit is often like a time travel-y kind of aesthetic. Sandfall Interactive. Well, that's cute. It's kind of funny when a studio has a name that's sort of like based on their first like project or whatever. Like, did you guys know? So Team Cherry made Hollow Knight, right? Did you guys know that their first like working together was for a game jam where they made a game called Hungry Knight, where you walk around as the knight and eat cherries to try to stay alive? And then they were like, hey, that game jam was pretty good. Let's make a whole-ass game called Hollow Knight. We're Team Cherry now. Hollow Knight. And then they made the greatest game ever made. And then never made another game ever again.
I'm ready.
All right, motherfuckers.
Let's dance.
I cannot dodge that combo, man. Dude! That combo is so difficult. Will I stream Silksong? Absolutely. I will stream nothing but Silksong, probably. Kind of like what I did with, Tender Magnolia. Now, the question is, though, as far as Silksong goes, should I wait, like, a couple days before playing it so that I can just mac out on it, but people can watch because they've already played it? I think I do this strat still.
Finesse and precision. Nice.
Boom.
Ready to parry.
Okay, this time they did the easy move.
Time to hit big.
Perfect.
Blade cut through the flames.
Get him with that one. You're saying if you were me, you'd just stream it or just play it off stream? Nah. All right, let's go this. Well, I really like this one because of its insane stats. So let's switch dead energy to auto rush. And then what's auto rush? Apply rush for ooh, she rushes at the start. I can see that though. Just really, really enjoy the game and then do a second playthrough on stream where like we get to see all the stuff that's different and shit. I'll probably do my first playthrough on stream. Probably. The thing about like risking spoilers and stuff is the fact that like I think here there's a couple things about it. I think firstly that the culture of Twitch has gotten a lot better about spoilers in general. Like the idea of streamers wanting no help and not having anything spoiled for them is a lot more common now, where just like I feel like the average viewer just understands that nowadays a lot better. And then also, I'm just a little bit less like ass mad about it when things do happen. You know what I mean? Like shit happens. Sometimes somebody says something that kind of spoils something, and I don't crash out as much over it anymore. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, ah, well, shit. That it happens. Don't let it happen again. All right, take you out.
And precision. Okay. Good.
Okay, I got the second one that time. I got the second one that time. All right. Yeah, you like it? Hey, look, I've been picking some things up, dude. I've got nieces and nephews, you know, that are in the age group to be teaching me new words. Seems pretty lit. Okay, Grandpa, let's get you back to bed. About this game? See, like, there was a point in my life where I was, like, way too uppity about shit. And I would be like, what do you mean, prepare to have your mind blown? Now my mind can't be blown because you made me prepare for it. You know what I mean?
Why does it feel so
And it's like,
familiar?
that's, I don't know. It's kind of annoying to be that uppity about it. Oh, here, let's give you might and defense. And then I'm interested in this skill. Extreme single target damage, 5 hits, crits deal double damage. I'm interested in this attack. You'll be playing this very soon. I hope you enjoy it, Master Implementer. It is so good. I do not have enough praise for it. Like, it's so very good. What do we have here? A cloister? Hey, is this the manor? That's exactly what I was thinking, MR. Is that I feel like when she crits, it just does quad 9s anyway. Now, let me tell you guys something, right? Nobody confirm or deny this. I'm just saying that I fully expect there to be a Picto in the game that will allow me to break the damage cap, the quad 9 damage cap. Reminds you of Returnal. Oh, like the house in Returnal. That's a good shout.
But how?
Renoir.
With someone who refuses to talk. We don't even share the bonds of grief anymore. She walks her path, and I walk mine. I don't exist to her. None of us do. She's left us all behind to drown by ourselves so that she can drown alone.
I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. Okay. There we go. So, Journal Renoir. With someone who with someone who refuses to talk. We don't even share the bonds of grief anymore. She walks her path and I walk mine. I don't exist to her. None of us do. She's left us all behind to drown by ourselves so that she can drown alone. Now, again, don't confirm or deny. This is just me thinking. If I understood right, I think Renoir is the old guy. I think this is the old guy. I think they said his name was Renoir, but I don't remember I don't remember if he was who they were talking about. If I'm wrong, I'm sure we'll find out, you know, when the time is right to find out. There's a character in Baldur's Gate 3 named Shadowheart. I'm trying to find words to talk shit about that, but I'm struggling to find the words. It's just like a, you know, right, exactly. It's like a 2005 fan fiction ass name. Okay, so we were in... Wait, what room were we just in? Oh, you know what? I've never thought about, like, if there's anything to shoot in the manor. Okay. Anyway. I think we gotta find the exit. Gotta find the exit. Blah, 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 blah. So what is this weird shit? Doesn't look like there's anything in there. Yeah, I wasn't really looking at the paintings that closely either. I noticed that one of them didn't really have anything on it. And then I didn't look at the ones that did. Well, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh. This is going to be where the actual manor is? Because that's kind of sick. The old manor was actually in Old Lumiere the whole time. This is a big ass area. I'm just trying to, you know, make sure I don't miss anything in it. Okay. Here we go. Hello. So these guys have been pretty friendly so far, you know? We had the key.
I knew you'd open the door for her.
What the fuck? Oh, fuck.
Really, Verso? This was your plan? How many times must you hurt our family?
No, you don't get to lecture me on family.
Why do you refuse to see I am doing this for us? Yet you insist on rushing toward death. You're trying to stop the wrong cycle.
You're doing this for yourself.
Of course. It's easier for you to think that, isn't it? Easier to betray us if I'm the villain.
So move. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
You haven't told her the truth. Have you, son?
Sorry we're late.
I guess they're
We
here
were
now.
busy doing a bit of reading. Were you planning on sharing that this man, the man who murdered our team, is your father?
Family is not my favorite topic. Right, can we talk about this later? I'd really like for you all to survive this.
Okay. I didn't say this earlier, but right when they, like, we learned about gradient counters right after the fight with Renoir, and I think, if I remember right, I feel like he even attacked us with an attack that looked gradienty, and so it kind of seemed clear that it's like, oh, the gradient counter is going to be the secret that lets us defeat him, or at least defend ourselves from him. All right.
Precision.
Careful, Verso.
Forced us to this point.
Okay. So I'm noticing that every one of his attacks has the gradient logo on it. Why does it auto-target the middle character? Why doesn't it at least auto-target the character that's using it? I'm not asking for it to auto-target the character with the lowest health like it does in Persona. At least target the self. It doesn't make any fucking sense for it to auto-target the person in the middle. Every single time I use a healing item in this game, I use it on the character in the middle. By accident. Okay, anyway. Alright. It's okay. Just heal him. And now you do one of these.
She won't help you this time.
Nice.
Okay. Boom. Gradient counter. Then
Finesse and precision.
the squishiest tune. Oh man, we got... Speaking of like generational language.
You're outmatched.
Oh.
Here we go.
All right. You, I think now we immolate.
I'm not angry, just disappointed.
Okay. We're kind of whooping him up. All right. Get him. Get him. And then the move I want to use now is 4, so we go boom, boom. Get him.
Your existence ends now.
All right, he's S rank now. You can do one of these. Not quite a break.
Tearing this family apart.
Ah, okay. I wonder if these are flying enemies. Ooh, you can't do a wildfire? Wait, what's your gradient attack? Earth to all enemies and removes their shields. How we doing? Are you guys shielded? No. I still kind of feel like we do this.
This ends now.
Whoa! Okay, yeah. See, that was a good attack. But yeah, she doesn't have anything that hits all enemies. Well, she does, but it's wildfire. So I guess I'll just have you like finish this guy off, and then you do one of these. If I'm over leveled, it's just because I fought like bosses. I fought world bosses maybe a little bit too early. I haven't been going out of my way to over battle or anything. I fight every enemy that I see, and I fought a couple bosses. But nah, I think I'm just good like that, dude. I'm a certified god gamer.
Let's carve a path.
2, 3, 4, 5. Then hit him with the follow-up. Boom.
Should be fighting by my side.
Whoa! Oh! Ah! Whoa! Okay, interesting. I mean, that was a hell of a combo, dude.
Precision.
Oh, and then he... Oh, but we stunned him! Yes, yes, perfect. Alright, so now you can shoot him. Get this in there. 1, 2, 3. Follow up. Boom. Very nice. Need a handicap? I'm playing on expert mode.
Everyone all right? Lurker?
Our buddy.
Noko's broken.
But they revive though.
Why can't you accept who you are?
We're in 4x3 again.
What is that? Will you tell me your name?
I thought they called her Alicia before.
Where did it go? No, 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 no. Alicia.
Fuck!
So that's interesting. The whole manor was... So that was the... So first of all, that was the manor. It's Renoir's manor. And now it's gone.
Glory. Thank you, mon ami.
The thing about Noko, right, is that he was a Gestrel, and the Gestrels, they always reanimate, right? There's something about that. they don't remember their past life necessarily, but they do get a new
Care to
life or
explain?
something like that.
Your father.
I don't think of him as my father anymore.
Still, why didn't you just tell us?
Because it's private. And it's painful, and it's none of your business. I cut ties with him decades ago.
Lying by omission is still lying.
I've told you everything you need to know.
I'd rather make that determination for myself.
I think we can all understand where each other's coming from, right? He hasn't steered us wrong yet. But we're a team now. And we won't get very far if we don't trust each other.
Family's complicated.
Yeah, of course I'll see, no worries. I'm not worried about it.
Old friend,
Here we go.
you've traveled miles, spinning in circles, your blind eyes on the dial, stripping off.
The stories say that Gestrels reincarnate. Is that true? Can you bring Noko back?
Partially. We can bring Noko back to life. But not all of Noko will return. It will be a different Noko.
Exactly.
The one you knew is gone.
I'm so very sorry, my friend. And all for naught. The Painter's heart was in that manor, and now it's gone. We have no way to access the monolith.
Expedition 58 seemed to think you knew another way.
What?
We found 58 and their journals.
So that...
I wonder if that faceless lady
I wasn't hiding it.
is the Paintress's
If
heart.
that's what you're implying. It's a dead end.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'll shut up, though.
There's someone else who can help us.
Or it could be the girl. It could be Alicia also. I bet one of them is the Paintress's heart. Like, it's not going to be a big heart. It's going to be something that's like, what the fuck?
Is it true? Can you make a weapon that can pierce the barrier? Do you need something from the Axons? Do you need their hearts?
Look, to create this weapon, he needs enormous amounts of pure chroma, which is way beyond what we can get from Nevrons. The only source are Axons, yes. But like I said, that's a dead end. It's impossible.
Why? What are Axons?
They're massive creatures living on islands around the monolith. They're much stronger and much more dangerous than Nevrons. I can't die, and I still couldn't take them down.
Yet we found the corpse of one in Old Lumiere, so it's possible.
I don't know how that one died. But I'm telling you, listen to me, please. Our chances of taking them down without you lot dying are close to zero.
Close, but not zero. Death is coming either way. And as expeditioners, if we die fighting.
Wonderful pep talk.
I know.
What's funny about Monaco is he probably believed that. He was probably into that. He wasn't being sarcastic. He just has that low gravelly voice.
We're going to fight the Axons. Then let's be smart about it.
What do you mean?
I've had a few rough encounters with the Axons. There are 3 located on islands around the monolith, and we need at least 2 hearts to get enough chroma. One lives on a mountain too high for us to reach, so that one's out. We should start with the one to the west of the monolith. It's already been weakened by previous expeditions, right?
Yeah, good idea. Maximize our chances.
Or we embrace the challenge and pick the one in the east.
I like your spirit.
Thank you.
Did you listen to what I just said?
All right, so, what was I saying? There was something kind of that I was talking about that I shelved because I didn't want to talk over the cutscene too much. I don't think Gustav is going to be the heart. Because, and the reason I say that is because, Renoir killed Gustav. And, I don't really see how that's gonna, line up with something like that. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Well, when you said I may be wrong, though, it made it sound sincere. Alright, so let's do luck, and then he needs some defense, some health. Maybe he doesn't. Yeah, I'll give him a bit. I think we're tuning that up a little bit. Okay. Alright.
All these years and you've never defeated an Axon?
They're kind of tough.
And do you think our chances are close to 0?
I didn't think you cared about odds.
Lune and I have less than a year. But Mael's different.
Alright, let's do it.
Story time?
Man, Mia's got some poopy paws, but it's not it's littery. She's got a lot of litter between her toes. It's not smelly though. Sometimes it's like active and real bad. But right now she's being peaceful enough. She's not really kicking me with it, and it doesn't smell, so I'm not going to prioritize it.
Let me think.
Come on. You've been alive for over 60 years. You must have tons of stories.
I know, I shouldn't have really even said anything. I need a topic.
I need a topic? I can't just spit out stories on command.
I gave you a topic. Dark and personal.
All right. Let me think.
Let's go deeply personal.
Okay. I'm going to share something deeply personal with you.
Oh, I'm so intrigued.
It's about my hair.
Your hair? That's a bit literal on the dark and personal.
Hey, I'm sharing a heartfelt secret here. Do you want the story or not?
Please, do share.
Sometime after the fracture, my hair turned completely white, like an old man. Luckily, the Gestural village has a hairstylist quite skilled in color treatments.
Lucky?
But he's always napping when I get there, and his apprentice always mucks things up. I'm lucky my hair's not purple this time.
Purple could be fun.
So, your turn.
That was hardly dark or personal.
White hair? Old man, I'm revealing myself here.
All you've revealed is that you're vain, and that you're really bad at making appointments.
Vain? Hey, I'm not the one with all the bracelets and rings.
Actually, my students made these bracelets for me, to remember them by. Because chances are we'll never see each other again.
Not necessarily.
I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. My youngest student is 6. Her parents will gommage when she's 12, and she herself won't live past 21. Her parents did the maths. They'll have 12 years as a family, and she'll experience 21 years of life. These are the choices we get to make. The earlier you have children, the more time you get to share with them, the more life they'll get to live. And every year you wait...
You're shortening your child's life.
Precisely.
You don't have any children, though.
No, I don't, but I have my students. One of my friends, Sophie, said it best. She said she loves her children so much, the best thing she could do for them is not to have them.
Ciel looks younger than 33, I feel like.
See? Dark and personal.
Yeah, you've set the bar high.
Come back with a better story next time.
Alright. The pacing here is kind of funny where, like, now it's just time for, like, conversations for probably the next 15 minutes.
Okay. We'll, talk later then.
I guess now is later. Une stands by the fire deep in thought. Verso tries to get her attention. Do you like cats?
Do you like cats?
What?
Do you like cats?
I think you've spent too much time alone. You've forgotten how to start a human conversation.
I just have this feeling you're a cat person.
Well, you're wrong. I did have a dog named Pat, though.
Wait. So Pat is like Pa? Interesting name.
Interesting name.
My sister named him when we were kids. Stella. She was a gifted artist. And fiery. She definitely made the most of the time she had.
Any other siblings?
Any other siblings?
Yeah. I had a brother too. Sol. He was the oldest and everyone's favorite.
That sounds like my older sister.
The oldest was the favorite.
She was my father's favorite.
I'm shocked it wasn't you. Sol was a great older brother. That's actually how I met Gustav. Sol was dating his sister.
So, you knew Gustav for quite a while then?
That's an awful lot of personal questions.
It is, isn't it? All right, we can talk about me again if you want.
How generous of you.
Ask away. I'm being sincere. Go ahead, ask me anything you want. We've got all night.
Remember, you offered. Do you like monkeys?
Oh, come on.
She's in such a good mood, she forgets to ask Verso other important questions, which Verso takes note of. Alright. And now I'm assuming that,
Okay.
Wait, there's another spend time?
My fellow night owl.
Night owl?
You never seem to sleep.
I sleep. I sleep enough.
Let's see. What keeps you up?
What keeps you up?
What?
From one insomniac to another.
Sometimes I just can't turn off my mind. It's like I pick up a puzzle and I can't set it down until I solve it.
And what's your current puzzle?
The talking Nevrons. The ones that seem to have personalities and thoughts and feelings.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sense of the things they said. I know there's an important piece of the puzzle there. We need to find and talk to more of them.
And kick their asses.
I've talked to a few. They mostly spout nonsense. I wouldn't expect too much.
Maybe you weren't asking the right questions.
Well, I'm certainly not as experienced as you.
What about you, my fellow night owl? Why can't you sleep?
Let's see. I was gonna say, tortured soul.
Oh, you know. Weight of the world, a tortured soul. Things like that.
Oh, a funny night owl. Come on, I just shared with you.
You did, didn't you? Feels nice sharing, huh?
Mm-hmm. Feels even nicer when people reciprocate.
Sleep is not very restful for me. I used to have horrible dreams, but somehow it was worse when they stopped. Now it's just this oppressive void.
Fascinating. So, you experience discomfort while you sleep? Pain? Are you aware of time passing? I should observe you next time you sleep.
Well, that's not creepy.
Precisely. It's science.
Let's see. Fucking... Sure.
Well, it's not like we have private rooms here, so... Sure. Knock yourself out.
For science.
Right.
Alright. Watching each other sleep is definitely a point of relationship level up. It's like in Persona when it's, you know, like, this character will now play. Oh! Hey! Does she get a big heal? Because that actually sounds sick. Whoops. You. Skills? Skill tree? Tree of Life. Cleanses all status effects and heals all allies. Hell yeah. I like that a lot. Alright, are we maxed out for now?
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so what about you then?
They're kind of...
And you...
I didn't think you...
Lune and I...
Okay, we've got more to do.
Here to make amends for your terrible story.
I'll be honest. I didn't expect things to get so deep so fast.
I could tell.
You know what's something that's very distracting
I
and like a
can keep up.
million games do
In
it?
fact, I'm here to offer a
Is
story.
when they change camera angles,
good one
they
this
also
time?
move the character models around. Like
No,
at the camera
you
cut,
said
they
you were
also
vain.
teleport the models
Would
to
a
a
vain
different
person
place,
keep
and
the
you can
scar?
see it happen because their hair
could
flies
heal it.
around. You guys know what I'm
But I
talking
don't.
about? Where it's like
No.
every camera cut, the character's
is that?
clothes and hair kind of freaks out a little
It's a
bit.
reminder
It's super
of the
distracting
price
when
I
they do
paid to
that.
stand on my own 2 feet. So, there you have it.
For the longest
Dark and
time,
personal.
I feel like there's more to this story.
For the
It's
longest time,
probably
I
not a
didn't really
coincidence then
know what the
that-
cause of it was until I watched, I think it was a Lance McDonald video about Sekiro cutscenes, where he was showing that it's because every time that they change camera angles, they're also moving the models around. So it's not the camera cut, it's the model jumping to a new location. Because in order to like frame everything exactly the way that they want to frame it, they don't just have the characters naturally stand around and then just move the camera to different spots. They're always like moving them around and like making characters like bigger and smaller. Sometimes they're floating a little bit so that the shot is just right, and yeah. This.
Mael's right.
I'm not really paying attention to this one. Well, I'm, you know.
We disagreed on pretty much everything. Tactics, goals, what lines we wouldn't cross. I had to walk away, but he was resistant.
They should just have a couple copies of models. And look,
It was the
that's
first
the
time
thing
they
is like,
raised a
I
hand
feel like
against
the
the other.
problem is
If
could
you
be easy to
control
solve,
healing,
but I feel like I'm the
that
only
means
person who
no
gets
more can
bothered by
too.
it. Or at
And
least,
he
like,
made the same
game
choice as well.
developers don't care about it enough.
Oh, I never thought of it that way. So, dark and personal enough for you?
It was worthy.
Worthy of the story of that scar on your stomach.
Well, we all have scars that won't heal, don't we?
Deep.
That's the story for another time. The scars look good on you, though.
I know. That's the real reason I keep them.
I knew it.
All right, all right. We're getting somewhere. You know what's another funny thing that happens?
I didn't think...
Lune and I...
Is another funny thing that happens. I lost it, so I'm saying this. I'm saying the first half of the sentence again in hopes that I'll remember. Another funny thing that happens is when you play a game whose cutscenes were made in 30 FPS, but now you're playing like the 60 FPS unlocked PC version, and there are some games where it'll actually interpolate the character moving between the first spot and the spot that they get warped to for the cutscene, and you can. So sometimes you just see characters just like in a weird spot for one frame, because it's the interim frame of their starting position and their ending position, which at 30 FPS is start here, end here, but now at 60, there's a frame of them in the middle. It's very funny. Pretty rare, though. I don't see it often.
Ready for the axons?
You only see it in, like, console-locked 30 FPS games that are now on PC.
Of course you are.
Damn,
what was it like for you, growing up in Lumiere?
Their hair looks pretty white in this lighting.
Aside from being a sad and lonely orphan, it was great. Although technically, everyone in Lumiere is an orphan.
How old were you when your parents passed away?
Around 3, I guess. Yeah, I was an unwelcome surprise. They never wanted kids. And they definitely didn't want one right before their gommage.
Shit. Your arrival must have caused quite a bit of concern, or... I mean, so, sucks for both you and them, kind of, I don't know. I'm not into it, like, putting any, what's the word? Like, I don't think that she wants to hear that she sucked for her parents. You know what I mean? And both of these kind of imply that, but I feel like this one's better. The top answer.
Yeah. Your arrival must have caused quite a bit of concern.
Panic's probably a better word. Then they died. And I bounced around from family to family. I can't even remember all of them. I was kind of a weird kid, I guess.
So was I.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I was obsessed with my piano and my paint set.
I was a bit more severe than that. I used to have lots of nightmares and talk to myself. Kept running away from home all the time.
Nah, if that's weird, then we're all weird. Actually, I kind of think everyone's a weird kid in someone's eyes.
Well, I was a weird kid in everyone's eyes.
Oh, the fucking weird Olympics over here. I mean, here's what I'll say. It's very realistic for teenager writing to be like, you know, in the weird competition.
Even Gustav's.
Kind of. It's why he...
I mean, in high school, I wore a trench coat to school every day.
Nobody else wanted me. But I guess Gustav and Emma used to be weird kids too. So they liked me.
See? Everyone's weird.
Let's see. What's something you liked about Lumiere?
What's something you liked about Lumiere?
Wandering around the buildings. Nobody wanted me for any of the fancy apprenticeships. So I got stuck
There were
as a runner
like,
for the warehouses.
I feel like there were like 4 or 5 trench coat kids in our school, and I was one of them.
Nice.
What's funny though
I got
is
to go everywhere in the city.
where I got the trench
Probably
coat.
know the place better than anyone.
I got it from a I got it from a thrift store for like $6 for a I was the merchant from Resident Evil 4 for Halloween. Like, I got the trench coat so I could be merchant for Halloween, RE4 merchant for Halloween, but then I just really liked it, so I just started wearing it every day.
Yeah?
And I didn't smell like ass. Get out of here.
The Hanging Gardens. Me and Gustav used to go up there a lot. Do you miss Lumiere?
Coming back from summer vacation being goth? Yeah, dude, there was actually one kid. This is so embarrassing. There was one kid that,
Not just the place, but
that, like, one day he came to school, like, he was like a nerdlinger. Like, nerdlinger. You know what I mean? with like the in like button-ups and glasses and stuff. And then one day he came to school, or like after summer or something, he comes back. He had long hair, was all gothed out, and I remember thinking to myself, this is the embarrassing part, idiot, thinking, what a poser. Oh, what a fucking poser. But it's like, nah, dude, his parents probably just let him start dressing how he wanted. His parents finally started letting him dress how he wanted, probably. And, you know?
Yeah. And you've got me. So,
like when my parents stopped making me get a haircut and then I grew my hair out.
Maybe us, Ciel.
All right.
Ready for the Axon?
Let's see if we got to double talk to everybody, you know?
We'll bring Noko back.
I know.
I'm ready. Just say the word.
When the time is right.
All right. Let's spend some time with Monoko.
Polishing your collection of Nev legs?
Yes. Aren't they beautiful?
An embarrassing yearbook photo, dude. My like yearbook photo thing. I didn't have any particularly bad yearbook photos, I don't think, except for the fact that like growing up, my dad always like shaved my head short. Not like shaved bald, but he shaved it down to like a centimeter, right? Which was like his hair, right? He just shaved my head the same way that he shaved his head. And I hated it. I hated having long hair, or having short hair. I always wanted long hair. And so, like, I mean, I do think that I look like an idiot in a lot of my old yearbook photos where I had short hair because of my kid, you know. You had a yearbook photo where the guy was like, sit up straight, look up, left, right to the camera, and you went, what? And he snapped it mid-what? So you looked retarded. Because, like, right, because they had 1,000 kids to get through. They weren't going to shoot it again. Just, no, just get on, no time to try it again. Just get to the next kid. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have anything particularly embarrassing, except, like, my yearbook photo thing was, like, for senior pictures. Do you guys remember doing senior pictures? My problem with that was that, they had me bring props. But, like, I had way too many things. Like, I brought a guitar, because I play guitar. I brought a keyboard, because I was, like, into keyboarding, or like, playing keyboards also. I brought, like, Rubik's Cube, because I was into Rubik's Cubes, right? And then, so the problem, ultimately, was that I didn't have any just, like, nice pictures of me. Every fucking picture of my senior pictures, I'm holding a prop, you know? And it's kind of stupid. I just want some pictures of me, right? That we could submit to the yearbook. But yeah, instead they were all props. And so that was basically that. I don't think I had anything particularly bad. Dude, there was one year. I'm talking about when I was a kid though, and my dad would always shave my head before yearbook. One year I convinced my dad not to shave my head just before the yearbook photo, and so my hair was like, it was, dude, my hair, hang on, it was down to like here, bro. It was like halfway down my forehead. It was like that long. Oh man. And so I had just a little bit, I like had hair basically, and I wore a Chris Carter Vikings jersey. I wore a Chris Carter Vikings jersey and had a little bit more hair. I thought I was so fucking cool in that picture. Dude, that yearbook picture, oh, I was so happy about how cool I looked. Yeah, dude, Chris Carter was my favorite because I've always been like a douchebag contrarian hipster, right? So when Randy Moss was all the rage, everybody liked Randy Moss. I wanted to like the second best guy, you know? The second best guy was Chris Carter. So he was my favorite because he was the second coolest. Oh, you like Randy Moss? I'm a little cooler than you. I like Chris Carter. You know what I mean? I've always been that guy. Anyway, beautiful is a word that one could use.
Beautiful is a word that one could use.
Your lack of enthusiasm is disappointing.
You know what's something that I've noticed about my new camera angle? And this is actually something I might need to change. I'm not sure. But I don't know. I don't know if I need to change this, but here's the problem. Hello. When I'm talking to chat, my chat is here. So a lot of the time, I'm like talking passionately in this direction because I'm looking at chat. But I need to be looking this way. I need to make eye contact sometimes. And I'm finding it to be difficult to deal with. You know what I mean? I'm still kind of training myself to look this way when I'm really making a point, instead of yelling in this direction too much. You know, that honestly, honestly, I should have a chat monitor over there. Holy shit, that would actually like solve a couple of problems. All right, I'm gonna think about that. Because that would also, here's the other problem, is that I've got another quick thing to talk about. So here's the deal. My monitor is here, and my streaming monitor is here, right? So camera's there, and so that's what causes the problem when I talk to chat, right? Instead of looking at the camera, okay? Here's the thing though. If I want to play a game on the CRT is way the hell over here. And so the way that I have this problem solved right now is that this monitor is on long cables that I can pick up and I can put over here when I'm on the CRT. And then I can look over at that monitor, right? But if I just had the chat monitor right there, that would actually kind of fix it. And I could make it a 90-degree upsize monitor. I could put, with a dedicated monitor, I could fit YouTube and Twitch chat on it, and then stream to YouTube again if I felt like it. But I don't know if I really feel like doing all that. But yeah, I'll think about it.
Why do you need to polish them anyway?
A warrior must be prepared for battle, and battle is just as much mental as physical.
Mental, eh?
Oh, that network cable routing. Oh, you spotted that? Yeah, dude, I ran Ethernet through my house, and then the Ethernet comes into a patch panel up there. That's not a hole in the ceiling, that's an actual patch panel with ports on it, you know? And then, yeah, each of those come, like the little waterfall goes behind the cabinets down there and comes down into the switch, and then the router's right there. Hell yeah, dude. That was like the first big project when I moved in here, was getting Ethernet cabling through the house. I'm pretty proud of it.
Imagine you're in Nevron and you see me charging toward you, brandishing the well-polished and gleaming leg of one of your brethren. Think of the intimidation.
True. I wouldn't want to battle anyone who's using your hairy foot as a club. More for the smell than the intimidation.
Had a whole stream? Are you talking about when I was like describing the the problem of like getting the wiring through that one part that had like an extra beam through it that I wasn't expecting.
And then I transform into one of them.
How are my feet with double kick these days?
Intimidation.
I have not been drumming as much as I should be drumming lately, but what I will say is last time that I played Of Dementia by the Great Old Ones, that song is 180 BPM double kick for like over a minute straight, and I fucking nailed it last time I played it. So I feel good about that because like my overall big goal with double kick is I want to be able to comfortably sustain 180. That's like my goal, right? And so I kind of did it the other day, but I need to get comfortable with it, you know?
From that alone, the battle is already won. The rest is mere cleanup.
All right. I feel thoroughly intimidated.
Oh, you're right. I feel thoroughly intimidated.
You should try it. Even though you can't transform, it will still strike fear in the hearts of our enemies. Look, aren't they beautiful? Here, take a leg.
That's all right. I think you've got the intimidation factor covered. You wouldn't want to be so intimidating that the Nevs run away, right? Then we wouldn't get to fight.
Fair point. I'll handle the intimidation. You handle the cleanup.
The cleanup, eh? All right. Well, in that case, want to go intimidate some Stalacts? We've got some time to kill.
Yes. Well, that would definitely be quite exhilarating. But maybe later. I really need to finish polishing all these legs. I've still got 20 more to go.
I've missed you. All right then. Come on, move over and hand me an extra cloth. Let's get these legs shining so bright they blind our enemies and send them screaming.
All right, shake a leg, you guys. Let's get going. Bullies Verso into singing along. They sing together with great gusto. All right. I use Reaper for my for recording and stuff. You know what's funny though? So when I rebuilt my PC, I hope I can recover all of my songs, but there's a chance that all my shit is gone and I have to re-record it. However, I was planning on re-recording it anyway.
I know.
I'm ready. Just say the word.
Cakewalk by BandLab. No, I have not heard of it.
When the time is right.
I love Reaper though. I mean, Reaper is $60 and it's fucking awesome.
I'm mad.
Esky.
I'm stinking mad.
Okay, we got to pay full attention now because it's SKA time.
That was mean. I thought he cared. Renoir's not being Renoir.
He's not. I know, buddy. I'm mad too.
Okay, it's not Renoir, it's Renoir. Renoir. Look, I cannot roll my R's. I've never been able to roll my R's. I do not understand it. People have described it to me. I've even watched like a YouTube video about it. Can't do it.
Apples of the sky.
I love the way you see the world.
Oh, that constellation looks like Francois.
Let's see. It's not grumpy enough.
Yeah, it's not grumpy enough.
Amp Sims for guitar sounds? So, not yet. I think eventually I should. Right now, what I use, all I use for guitar is I have a Behringer V-Amp 2. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. Behringer V-Amp 2. Yeah. It is exactly this thing. I plug into this thing, it gives me all my effects, and then I plug it directly into my mixer. Yeah. But I mean, like, that's just, honestly, I've been using that thing since I was a kid. Because my dad bought it forever ago. And then I always used that thing since I was a kid, and then my dad gave it to me eventually. Because my dad got this other amp, like this little cube amp that has effects on it that he really likes, and he always just plays through that now. So yeah, he let me have that, and I've been using it to record. I know, though, that, like, a lot of bands nowadays, including Oak Pantheon, they record all of their stuff clean, and then do all of their effects in the DAW. And that's definitely I mean, that gives you a lot of control, you know? Like, you can tweak stuff so much more doing it that way. But yeah, I mean, I basically just go for max gain, exactly. Like, what I do, I turn it on the modern high gain setting. I crank the gain all the way up, and then I crank all of the other shit, like the effects, all the way down, right? Like, no delay, no reverb, nothing. Just give me it's funny to say clean, but I want a clean, distorted sound. So that, like, because delay and reverb, that's stuff that I want to add later in the DAW, right? Just give me a overdriven guitar or whatever for the actual recording. How does it translate live? Oh, they have pedals and shit that they do live. Like, when they play live, they just use what you would they just play like you would expect, you know. It's just for the recordings to have that control. And who knows, they might not even not do that anymore. All I know for sure is that they recorded from a whisper clean. Maybe they don't do that anymore. I'm not sure, I guess. But yeah.
He's not grumpy. He's just sad. He misses Claire. Enfant used to be all wee, but now he's all
We?
We?
Yes. We. Back in the day, when there was nothing in the world except the four of us flying around on adventures.
Ah, I see. And, woo? How come you're not grumpy like Francois?
I am grumpy.
Oh, are you now?
I too am. But I'm also wee. So the wee balances the.
All right. Wee woo. Sounds like you're in a wee woo type situation.
Sounds like you're in a woo wee type situation.
You really get me, Verso.
I think we're both a little woo wee. Wee woo. Although I'm a bit more woo than wee these days. Hey, that one looks a little like Minoko.
Oh.
I keep calling him Monaco. I guess it's Minoko.
Crunch up your face. That one next to it looks like Noko.
This meaningful interaction, yeah. Oh! And this gives us a Verso attack. Awesome. Okay. So, Verso, skills, skill tree. Striker deals high single target physical damage, one hit, and it can break. Okay, so it's a move that can break. Neat. Wee-oo!
I'm mad.
Esky.
I'm
chosen one!
He's not.
Man, it's been like over a year since I've seen Kung Pao. Alright, what are we looking at here? Can I level up the Dual ESO? This is the best weapon, dude. I can level it up. Let's go. Boom. So now, here's the question, though. Do we want to level that up again? Or... So with her, I really like this weapon, but, dude, I really like this weapon. I don't know what to do with her anymore, because these are... Like, I feel... Here's the deal. Objectively, if I try to be objective as possible, this weapon is better. Because maintaining Virtuous Stance with this weapon means that I have to keep Furying and Mezzo Forteing. But if I had this weapon, I could use other moves in Virtuous and then get back into Virtuous with the counterattacks. And with the burn, I just have to Swift Strike every once in a while instead of Mezzo Forte every once in a while. And Swift Strike does damage. Mezzo Forte doesn't. So I feel like this weapon is actually better. Also, it applies 5 burn, which is awesome. This weapon says in Virtuous every burn applied is doubled, but I'm never doing burn when I'm in Virtuous. So it doesn't. So the second ability doesn't actually do anything. But I'm not exactly sure yet if I'm gonna how I feel about that. So I'm gonna keep leveling up this weapon because I know that this weapon is how I want to play this character. It's such a good ability, and it makes him play super uniquely also, which is fun. Oh, however, I have a bunch of like other chroma now. So you need Resplendent. I mean, I do feel like we should level up. Ay, that thing happened. Where it automatically backs you out once you have nowhere to go. I do want to level stuff up to where it needs Resplendent, kind of. Just for fun. Except we don't need to level up something that doesn't have any abilities, actually. Unless maybe the power of it is, like, super good. I don't know. The thing is, I don't really have anything else to do with polished catalysts, so we'll just do that. And then take me in here, and we'll say... we're still on catch-up duty for Monoko there. And alright. Okay.
Esky.
I think...
Dad?
He's not.
Okay, yeah. So we're all done with all of our conversations. Except for this part now.
So, the masked person with Renoir, that's your sister? Not a hard leap to make.
Her name's Alicia.
What's wrong with her? She wears a mask all the time, she never talks, and she's always staring.
I mean, I feel like she looks burned, and the manor was on fire in the in the black and white portion.
She was trapped in a fire.
Yeah.
A long time ago. Damaged her face and her throat, so, yeah.
Why did they come to see me?
I don't know. That surprised me when you told me. She helped me before. I thought she'd help me again, but it seems she's chosen a different side. Family is complicated, right?
Yeah.
Do you want the armband back?
What?
I feel like a fraud wearing it, given, you know.
Wear it anyway. You said you chose your side, right?
I did.
Strangely, no. I hate secrets, but Gustav always gave people the benefit of the doubt. And your actions are what matters. I trust you.
Thanks.
Very good. See, these are the good conversations where they're getting to the things that are happening. I don't know. Look, sometimes you play games and the characters just don't talk about things that are important. She writes about old Lumiere and how their city was actually transported from the continent to the ocean. Alright, alright. Hit me with the rest over here, and take me back out to the world map. And let's kind of see what the next thing is. Oh! Swim through coral reefs? I didn't even know that that we were getting a new SKA ability already. He can now take you to the continent from any expedition flag. Oh, okay, perfect. That's something I've been wanting also, is yeah, the ability to just like warp out to the world map anytime. Okay, very nice. So yeah, what's funny is that I feel like this time I'm not exactly sure what gave SKA that ability, except for the fact that he just feels like it now, you know? I kind of feel like that's how you unlock SKA abilities, because clearly he can fly right now. He just doesn't feel like flying us places. Oh, yeah, no, you're totally right. CL found the rock. Boom. Yeah, I forgot about that. But I mean, that is what that means, though. So now he feels like it. Okay, so yeah, now we've got 2 things to go for. We can go for the east or the west. But there's also like a million things to find in the world map now. Because we can access to more stuff. Like, we can go back here. Look at this MFer. Take me way down here. I was curious about this place. Yeah, look at that. So there's no fast travel here. We gotta actually go places. But I think we'll be able to fly by the end of the game, probably. You know, just like old school RPGs. Look at this Moth. Alright. Let's do a quick fight here. Boom. Alright, give me one of those, and then I'm gonna say do one of these. Boom. And then you can wildfire. I should put the fire weapon back on her. You can shoot him. Get him.
Let's carve a path.
Just get him, man. Yeah. Okay. We learned auto rush. Wow, they didn't drop anything? That's surprising. But we got a new Picto there. Okay, so we have a bit of an issue right now, which is that Monoko has an unlearned Picto. And I don't think that these learn if they're not in the party. So I'm going to swap him to just something else. And then we'll go... You. Let's take critical vulnerability to learn it. Time tint to learn it. And then I'm also going to put her back on her fire weapon. Because I like using wildfire in random encounters. And okay, it is 10 o'clock. So I think we're coming up on time here. But this is very exciting for next time. We got through Old Lumiere. We got the ability to get through corals. So now that's a lot of stuff on the world map that we can look at now. Like, we already got everything down here, but it gets us, you know, over here. So yeah, we got plenty of stuff to look at next time. However, remember, tomorrow we're playing Blueprints because I got the time lock safe is set for tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow is just Blueprints Day. And all right. Aren't I working late tomorrow? So tomorrow I work normal, then we play Blueprints until like 8, and then I gotta go to work, yeah. I gotta be at work at 9 p.m. That's right. But all right. Thank you for watching, everybody. This game continues to be excellent. Where am I gonna send you guys over to? What am I looking for? I see a couple interesting things to go to. I think it'll be Birdman. Birdman is doing some drumming. He's drumming on Rock Band, playing crazy shit. And all right, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. Ooh. There we go. Go say hi to him for me and have yourselves a great night. See you tomorrow. Bye!